guys, today we're going to be breaking down some of the iconic grooves from one of the original funkateers, Freddie Stone from Sly and the Family Stone. Let's jump right into it. All right, I want to take you higher, another classic Freddie Stone groove here. This one is a little bit tricky because what I'm going to do is combine kind of the droning open A string, this is an A minor, and the double stops. Now, probably that was, that might have been played on two guitars. I'm not exactly sure here, but I'm going to combine it into one part. All right, so what we're doing here is alternating between some double stops and the open A string, kind of hitting that, kind of droning on and palm muting that a little bit. So I'm going to play the entire figure very, very slowly. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the actual pattern of, that droning A string is not really a definite thing. It doesn't necessarily repeat the same thing constantly. But this is a pretty good approximation of what is going on. Let's break it down real slowly here, sliding up here. Gonna kind of do a little pattern there with the open A string. Going down to the 5th fret there, barring that with my first finger, and that's the flat 3rd and 5th of the A minor. Continue with that open A string ringing out. I'm gonna go up to the 7th fret. I'm gonna bar that with my 3rd finger across the G and B strings, and then back down to the 5th fret. Back to the A string. You can also see that I'm kind of muting that A string at different points. One more time. And when playing at full speed, it's going to sound something more like this. So don't worry about being a little bit sloppy with this. It's kind of the style, All right, thank you for letting me be myself. Another great tune here, a great groove. And typically people kind of learn the main groove of the song, but my favorite part in here is there's a very cool short kind of guitar breakdown, and that's what I'm going to show you. It's starting by hitting the open E string together with the D note and then the E note at the 7th fret on the A string. So this is right on beat 1. Right there, 1 E and the timing there. Okay, then it's going to hit a couple scratches, just muted strings there, and that's starting on the and of beat 2. Again. And I'm doing this with all kind of downstrokes. Then you're going to hit those open strings again, the open E with the D and the E again. Then it's going to go to this little double stop, which is a G note and a C sharp note together. Right there. Moving into the 2nd measure now, starting exactly the same. And then a scratch on and the and of beat 2. So here's what we have so far. And at the end of the groove, you're going to go up to this chord right here, which is E minor 7, and follow that up with a whole step above in this rhythm. It's a 16th note triplet followed by 16th notes. So here's the entire groove all together. One more time. little bit quicker now. All right, sing a simple song, one of the most iconic funk grooves of all time. This is all in E here and starting right at the 7th fret on the E note. Right there. And this is just E minor pentatonic. Going down from the E, down to the D, down to the B, back to the E, up to the G there. So far we have this. Down to the D, and then back to the E a couple more times. Again. One more time on the E. And then we're going to go down to the G note at the 3rd fret on the low E string. Up to the A note. And you could probably even play these as power chords if you wanted to. Then you're going to go up to the E9 chord here at the 7th fret. You're going to hit that and alternate between the half step below, so with this pattern. So again, all together. And after every second pass, he hits a chord, and it usually sounds like an E9 chord, but it's not always the same voicing. Sometimes it might be just the top of this E9 chord. Other times it sounds like he's playing this E9 up here at the 9th to 12th fret. That one there with your flat 7, your 9, your major 3rd, and your root on top. It's a great 9-chord voicing. Other times it sounds like he might be doing this 9-chord voicing. Also E9. So, you know, in that last chord at the end of every second repetition, you can choose an E9 chord. All right, another great tune by Sly and the Family Stone here, Stand. Now, this has got some really cool guitar going on throughout, but I really love the outro part, which is a total just kind of funk vamp at the end of it. And this goes to a C-sharp 7 chord, basically C-sharp 7 or C-sharp 9. And it's super simple. It's just this. Just hitting that C-sharp note, alternating with the B note down there at the 4th fret. And then at the end of this groove, you know, it's just like a 9 chord, and sometimes he plays it down here. Sometimes it sounds like he's playing that voicing, maybe this voicing. It's really up to you, you know, what voicing of the 9 chord you throw in at the end. Right there. And that's putting that on beat 4. All right, so that's pretty much all it is to this one, but in my opinion, that's kind of the beauty of it. You know, Freddie Stone was a master at kind of creating simple but very funky parts.